created this channel 14th of December 2024. 1 year ago I had 105 views. I had made a couple of YouTube series, but one day I posted a Lord of the Rings total conversion mod Bannerlord series and my whole channel blew up. Now I'm at almost 200k viewers and 5k subs. I am Scroto Baggins and welcome to my first year at YouTube. To be honest, I'm making this video of two reasons. First of all, I think it's great content to see how much money other people are making and to see how people got to where they are. Second of all, I have 5,000 people watching. You guys have helped me enormously, so I just feel like I owe you guys totally transparency and the truth of how I got to where I am. I have primarily earned my money on video ads, where I have earned $466 to this day. And as you can see, I have made almost nothing on shorts, which has not been any focus of mine. For the interested here, you can see the earnings by ad types. And as you can see, most of my money is actually made of skippable ads. So thank you guys for watching those. And as the last bit of side note here, you can see the ratio between watch page ads and YouTube premium earnings. I earn about $10 per 1,000 views. This is because I am in the Layer for Education, which is a group that YouTube puts you in based on what kind of content you make, and therefore they can suit their ads for a specific audience. I've not been partnering with any brands or sponsored any videos. I've not done any affiliate marketing. I guess if I want to get more income on the channel, that's some sort of things that I'll need to get working on, but I'm not sure that I'll be doing that. That said, I'm definitely not saying no if the opportunity presents itself. I do have a Patreon link in my description, however, that has not netted any income. As you can see, I started out very strong with an income of $162 in September. I was actually very surprised of how much I earned the first month. The dip is definitely because I started making content that is other than what made me popular in the first place. And that really brings me on to the next part, and that is the video recap. In this year, I have made 220 videos. I have got 194k views, about 2 million impressions with an average view time of 7 minutes and 9 seconds. Okay, this is pretty good for a YouTube channel that is just learning by doing. As you can see, a large part of my views came from my very successful breakthrough series. I will not go into details with the videos, but here you can see the top 5. Here is a list of how people find my videos. As you can see, I have done some advertising, but I am still very proud to see that most of my viewers came very organically. And this brings me to the next part of the video, expenses. I could not find a good way to sum up how much money I have spent on promotions, but here is just a overlook on the videos that I have promoted. I have calculated that I've spent $610 on promotions, which is a bit more than I have made on the channel in total. I'm spending roughly 1 Danish kroner per subscriber that I get, and that is equal to about $1.5. I think that is actually a pretty good deal per subscriber. I do spend some money on software. Here I use Canva, Q, ChatGPT, CapCut, and Leonardo AI, which I spend roughly $20 each on. I realize I don't have to spend money on these, however, I do like the paid products. Last but not least, I have spent roughly $400 on editing on Fiverr. It turns out that is way more expensive than I first thought, so that sums the expenses up to about $2,000 this year. Let me give you 5 key lessons I learned. Number 1. Editing is a beast. Either you need to spend a lot of money doing it or you need to spend a lot of time learning it. So what has really worked for me is making content that I don't have to edit a lot. Number 2, you need to get your thumbnail game in order. Thumbnails are what drives the traffic to your videos. You can have the best content in the entire world, but if people never click your thumbnails, no one will ever discover it. Number 3, SEO matters. If you make content that is searchable, that can be tutorials and the like, you need to think of what keywords people are searching on. That means that you need to get your title and description in order to fit your keywords, and that is exactly SEO. Number 4, consistency is key. Experience there is two kind of YouTubers. There are the people who look into a specific niche and target their specific audience, and then there is people like me who just trial and error and keeps being persistent and makes content, and at some point you hit your key audience and you hit your key niche and you get a lot of viewers. That is definitely what has worked for me. Of course, you need to learn from the experience that you get. I learned that I have a very specific audience that wants to see Lord of the Rings Bannerlords mods, but that doesn't stop me from doing other things that I like to do. And maybe in the future that will get me to be lucky again, and I'll hit a new target audience, a new niche that likes my content. Number 5, it's all just a learning process. Ultimately, every step from editing to SEO to making good thumbnails is just a part of the journey, and that's what makes it fun. Remember to have fun and remember to learn from your errors. Looking back, I've learned so much this past year. If you see my first videos, my recording mic is literally on a headset.
Hello and welcome to Heroes, Might and Magic. My name is Grodo Baggins.
And I went from that to buying a little bit better mic to have this condenser mic right here. Also, I went from just using Windows desktop capture to now using OBS software. This has made a big difference on the quality of my content. So I have really learned and grown a lot, and I have a lot to discover yet again, and I'm looking forward to it all. So yet again, just live, learn, trial and error. That is definitely what works for me. And that brings me to the last sector of this video, goals. First of all, I would like to say a huge thank you to every one of you who have watched my videos, liked my videos, commented on my videos, whatever you have done to interact with me. Thank you very, very much.
You're breathtaking!
For next year, I hope to grow even more. Maybe we can get to 10,000 subscribers. I promise you that if we get to 10,000 subscribers, I will make a face reveal. That said, this whole channel hasn't never been about earning money or gaining subscribers. I actually started this because I felt like I was bad at English. I've said this before, but I wanted to get better at English by just recording myself, playing some games, and then one day I just thought, why not just upload them to YouTube and I'll see what happens. And this is really what have happened. So I am thankful, grateful for this. So I want to make a lot of quality content. Hopefully 220 new videos next year. I'll try out some new games. So yeah, if you want to see something from me or you want to see some content, please let me know in the comments, and hopefully we can interact a bit more together. I will maybe do some more live streaming. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the new year with a lot of new content and hopefully a lot of new friends here. So once again, thank you and Happy New Year.